today's been a great day. I'm feeling fantastic again. Not as opposed to yesterday, I was feeling mind numbed, brain dead by the end of it, making 117 phone calls for the day. Today, I made 145. So I'm very happy about that. Now, dials, not phone calls, so I wasn't technically talking to 145 different people, but I did leave voicemails or speak to some people. Now, the great thing about it is more the fact that before lunchtime, like before noon, between 9 a.m. and midnight of the day, I completed 100 dials. So then that just proves to me, okay, hold on. I can do, okay, so more context. I did 100 phone calls before lunch. And then at lunch, I sent a message to my sales manager being like, hey, can I get some more leads because I've made all the calls that I've been assigned? And he was like, sure thing. And then it was like one of those things where like, he was like give me like 15 minutes. And so like 15 minutes, like it's lunchtime, whatever. And then like a half hour later, I still haven't received anything. So I'm like going like, okay, maybe it just takes time of all that. And then like an hour passes, I sent him a message, and then he's going like, oh my God, sorry, I've just been pulled in every different direction, which also makes sense. Like you're like, I have to remember to do this thing. And then 15 minutes later, you're being told I have to be in this meeting, and then I'm dealing with this problem. Then this person messages me, and it's like, I forget about the thing, even though I was intending to do it in the first place. But so that took a decent, like I would say like a 2.5, 3 hours seems like way too much. Three hours of the day, that's not the entire thing of that thing. 3 hours of the day I didn't spend dialing, as well as there was a meeting at the end of the day. So now we're at 3.5 hours. But I was able to get 145 dials done, and I finished at the top of the leaderboard today. So I'm very proud about that and happy. And I like the competitiveness of being able to see that, which I will move on to next. But the thing I was going to be saying was, because I did 100 dials before noon and I had the significant time gaps that like I wasn't able to, I know and I can see myself doing 200 plus dials in a day. And then so that that excites me at the fact that like, oh no, it's possible to actually get there. So that's cool. The other thing that I just put into the air that I forget now was about, I'm amazed at the actual impact of changing your environment is because the last job struggled to get there, struggled to get to 100. It wasn't the same, the tools weren't there facilitating that. Like literally every 15 minutes I will check the account executive stats, which show how much talk time people have, how many deals people have closed, like how many calls they have made. And right now I'm just focusing on the calls made. But so I will be able to see somebody encroaching on my score. Like if I'm at 110 going like, oh, no one's gonna get to 110. But then like they're at 95, then they're at 98, then they're 103. Then I start going like, oh shit, they actually might get close. So then that motivates me to keep calling because I want to stay number one. Why? Because I want to stay number one. But it is interesting to see the person I have, like, now I can comfortably say I can make 145 dials in a day easy. Like that doesn't seem, holy shit, how do you do that? Which it would have at the beginning of the week or a month ago. So then like if you combine an intent with the right environment, I think I was saying this yesterday as well, then you will see the best results. But so going into the weekend, I don't know if I have anything else to say that's significant. Going into the weekend, I think more, I am now practicing what I would be saying in the close. No, that's what I wanted to say. Is I'm seeing myself improve on the calls that I get, becoming more comfortable with the knowledge of the program, and know that there will be a point where I can speak with a degree of conviction that makes the other person believe the mistake on their part would be not signing up for the program now. Because once I become familiar with the life-changing properties, the ability for this program to genuinely change people's lives as financial advisors, then then I can't let someone go with that. Like, I'm going like dude, like this will fundamentally change the way that you live, the lifestyle they have. It will impact your family. Like just the sky's the limit, quite literally. And because you want to be persistent, but you don't want to be the pushy salesman. And a pushy salesman is not a persistent salesman who's trying to help somebody, but a pushy salesman is a person who is trying to force somebody to purchase something they don't actually want. Because people don't like being pushed into a corner not of their own accord. You know what I mean? Like, it's a ridiculous example, but if we have a pill that cures cancer and it costs $10,000, so a significant amount of money, when you're calling people with terminal cancer and nothing else to rely on, but you know there's a 100% guarantee if they take this pill, their cancer will be cured, you wouldn't let them get off the phone. Because you would know them hanging up is them killing themselves. Like, they die. They hang up, they die. So you're going to come at it very aggressively, assertively. You're gonna be like, there's no situation here where you can't try and find a way to get the $10,000, which even if the person doesn't have it, you will convince everyone who knows this person to help out with that money so that they can get this thing, which will 100% work and solve the problem that they have that they can't solve in any other way. I think what's also nice is working for a company that has a legitimately quality product. Like, I'm not selling a lie, I'm explaining a truth, and the difficulty is in convincing the other person that I'm not like all the other people who are selling similar things that are lying. It's just fun. Also, all of the people there are really, I don't know, easy to get along with is not the word that I want to say, because not that that's not untrue, but there's a good energy to it. Like an excitement, enthusiastic, encouraging, honest, humble. It's a good vibe. I'm also understanding what it is like to actually feed myself properly. Like, I think I've had every day for the past week, I have had more than 3,000 calories, sometimes more than 4, just that was yesterday, and over 250 grams of protein, even though I only need to get 175, but it's nice that things are feeling good. I'm hoping that I either do, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm noticing the fact that I'm unable to sit down and edit videos by the time I get to it after the workday, going for a walk, when I then go to the grocery store and I have to drive across, because then I'm not done eating or start eating around 7:45, 8, and then 9 o'clock is when I actually can start. But then I'm tired by that point. But so, I'm hoping either tonight I get to these edit things, or I use the weekend. And I'm hoping I use the weekend productively. And I think that I will. But that's the plan. So yeah. it's nice having structure back in my life, and it feels good. That's all I have to say.